Now here we are going to review the superstar Ajith. May 1st, 1971, is born in Secunderabad, and here we are trying to review the horoscope of his. We don't know the exact time of the birth, so we are using the Bhrigu Nandi Nadi principle, where we are using the Karakas for the prediction across. The Saturn Sun is in Mesha, and in the Baba chart, Saturn Sun goes into the Mesha. The Sun comes into the second house across, and he has Moon Ketu. The other point of it is he has Guru, Jupiter in the 8th house across, Rahu, Mars in the 10th house, and the Meena, Venus, Mercury is there. So this is the chart of superstar Ajith. Now there are patterns in Ajith horoscope. The first of all, he does not release it on the birthday. For example, Allu Arjun uses the technique of combining the nakshatras of his child or of his wife or himself and combining the date of birth and try to do that. Ajith does not believe in that. All the thing is he is releasing it on the month. Now, for example, the classic month is he releases it in Trikona to the Saturn, which is Simha Masa, and the other one is he releases in Kumbha Masa, which is 11th house from that of the Saturn, and the Mesha Masa itself he releases Mesha, Rishabha, like that. Surprisingly, from Saturn he does not release in Kanya Masa, he does not release in Vrichika Masa, he does not release in Meena Masa. So this is the classic thing he has delivered even in Makara Masa, which is supposed to be a classic hit for him as a person. And the movie Mangata got released in Mithuna Masa, which is the third house of the thing across, and most of the time the release is timed on Thursday and Friday, and very rarely that thing is changed, because I think it is Friday, Saturday, Sunday the kind of the crowd comes in across. And the Sukla Paksh, Krishna Paksh doesn't have much of a variation. He tends to kind of release it in the Krishna Paksh and the Sukla Paksh. And the main movie, one of the main movie which got flopped is Kadal Mannan, which got released on a Navami date, which is a big failure across. So that has been the one of the biggest thing across. And is Vishwasam, he's got released in the Dhanush Masa, which is the 9th house, and also it is done in Sukla Chaturthi. Now, if you take the number of movies for him, if it is Sukla Paksh and the Krishna Paksh, the Sukla Paksh movies have done well, and the Krishna Paksh movies, some of them have not done well. The other fine tuning is from Saturn, it is 1, 5, 9, 11 houses. And second, and very rare, the third house is used across. 1, 5, 9 houses is used across, and it is been a smash hit for him across as a person. Now you take his married life. From Venus, the 7th lord goes into the 1st house, and from many angles the 7th lord is very strong. So his married life is supposed to be very strong. And I think he has multiple houses, because Mars Rahu is there. Now whenever Mars Rahu is there, they don't get along well with the sibling, The other one is they are a little difficult to deal with, and he could have got cheated with property deals, with kind of a problem with the property deals. He could have got cheated across as a person. And the point is, from the Jupiter, the second lord comes into the first house, the 11th lord goes into the fifth house along with Venus, Nicha Bhanga Raja Yoga. The other one is, which means after the birth of the child, after the marriage, his income must have increased a lot, and he must have done something of a very big success across as a person. And the other point of it is, he doesn't talk much. He does not believe in publicity much. The second lord is in the 12th house, so it kind of not so great. Now, how is his career going to be? The next 2.5 years, his career is going to be very, very positive, very growth oriented, very successful across, and he believes in few sentiments. For example, I saw in one of the movies, there was the Devyani's husband, who's a director, who gave the thing of him being rejected by heroines. He said, I can't act in this because in Maunaragam the Revati rejects Mohan and ultimately the person's career goes away across. He believes a lot in action movies because there is an exchange of Saturn and Mars. The Saturn goes into Saturn's house, Mars goes into Mars' house. Now, if you put that exchange, the 10th lord gets exalted in the 3rd house and the 4th lord comes in. It's a fantastic horoscope. If it becomes like that, it's a fantastic horoscope across. Now, coming to the movie Valimai. Now, there is a particular trend with him as a person. He uses K syllable a lot. Kadal Kondain, Kadal Mannan, like that. And the point is, Viswasam and Valimai is both are we, the we sentiment which has been used across. Now, this is released on an Ashtami day for the first time, and the movie is released on an Ashtami date. And also the other point of it is released in the Anusha Nakshatra. It is released in the Saturn Nakshatra. From Saturn it is in the 8th house. So I don't know how much this Valimai movie is going to be a success, because normally there was one movie which got released in Navami, and that has been a problem across. So this is released in Ashtami, that too in Krishna Paksh, and of course it is released in Kumbh Masa. So I don't think so this movie is going to do well. And Valimai is going to probably a mass entertainer, probably for the youngster as a movie, is there as a person, and there is too much of action involved in the movie, so Valimai might not be such a big success for him as a person, and that can really make him rework his strategy across. Now, we wish Ajith all the best. We wish his movies are big success, but this is according to the horoscope. The Ashtami date on a Thursday is not such a great thing across. So Valimai might have an initial opening because of the Ajith starer across, but it's going to be a super duper hit. Might not be that level because it's released in an Ashtami and a Krishna Paksh, and it's not such a great thing across. So that is going to be a problem across. So I hope Ajith Superstar does the change about it as a person. His married life is going to be absolutely okay. His children are going to get involved in the movie field, and generally he'll be a very loyal, a very kind person across. and his character goes well because there are many planets in the house of Jupiter, so which means Venus, Mercury and all that. He'd be very honest and very straightforward as a person. So this is the analysis of Ajith, and we are doing the first time an astrological analysis which is very, very different across. Thank you.